Hey guys, have you ever been in a situation where, in the course of your work, you had to extract certain bits of data which were not really the same but seem to have a specific pattern? You spent hour upon hour just extracting data out of some large data sets and just thinking at the end, I wasted so much time, wish there was some easier method to do this. Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hello everyone, myself Srihari, and today we'll be talking about regex or regular expressions focusing towards automation. So, regex is a set of characters or sequences with which you can define patterns. Okay, and this pattern can be used in a script, and when the script is operated on any data set, you can extract particular data bits which have the particular pattern which you have defined. Okay, those data can be further extracted for further manipulation or just be left there then and there. To give you a bit of context on how I encountered regex, well, again, just like how the story started. In the course of my work, I get to deal with a lot of data which is about part numbers, which is about nomenclatures, okay, which is about standard formats, okay, when dealing with data. So I had the task of mistake proofing. I had the task of setting the right formats, and this used to be a very tedious work. Okay, because everything was manual, and there was no like set automation in place where we could just define this particular pattern is what I'm looking for, and this pattern I need to extract out, or this particular pattern should be followed for a particular set of data. I just need to check whether it is being followed or not. There was no automation being set in place as far as I knew in the company or in the department which I worked for it. I was kind of curious. I wanted to know whether there is any automation which can be developed. So I just went to work. I took out Gemini. I asked a couple of questions like, see, this is the pattern which I have. Can we have any method of extraction for data which have this particular pattern? And it suggested me about regex. In my case, at least, it was just extracting part numbers. It was just checking formats, but it has a wide variety of applications. So the amount of automation you can do with just using regex is unbelievable. Let me give you a few scenarios over here. Two more exactly. So one is, say you have a big block of text, and out of this text you're tasked with extracting emails. One condition being that emails have a particular format. Yes, you're right, but again, they should have the right format. Okay, this particular text which I'm talking about may or may not have the right emails, valid emails. So you also got to check out for that. That is one area where regex will really shine. You define the pattern of the email and just let it traverse through this whole data block and let it extract the data for you. Okay, so the work which you used to do in hours gets reduced to seconds probably. Another example is, say you have like 1,000 or 2,000 line code of css, and out of that css code you are tasked with extracting out the color code. Now the color code format, right? They have a particular pattern. Okay, they start with a hash, and they are 3 character or 4 character long. They're alphanumeric sequence. So again, if you sit to do this manually, a hell lot of time will you'll take. It will be very inefficient. But again, regex will come to your rescue over here. Okay, you define the regex pattern for the hex codes. You define particular conditions like, say, sometimes what happens is that CSS selectors and the hex color codes will have the same format. So if you do a bit more formatting, okay, if you define the pattern a bit more strictly, that I only need color codes which fall within the curly brackets, or say I do not need uh, particular words which match my pattern, but they start at the starting of the line. Okay, I do not want those are the particular characteristics of css selectors. I don't want that part. That way I can shortlist out color codes only. Okay, and I can extract it more and more efficiently. Again, hours work done in seconds. This is where regex truly shines. I hope you're getting my point. The amount of time, the amount of effort regex saves for us is just unbelievable. I urge you guys, if you are interested into automation, or if you are interested in just checking out more efficient processes for your the type of work you're doing, Regex might be a good start. So that's basically it about Regex, guys. So I hope you understand the points just trying to convey to you guys. If you have any work which has a lot of patterns to deal with, basically data sets which seem to have similar patterns, it is just not too similar that you can just use the find function to go to each part and do the work. Regex will help you a lot in that case. So if you plan on learning Regex, it will be a lot more helpful for you for the automation purpose. Maybe I can put out a video or two on this channel. You guys can also benefit from it. And that's basically it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys have anything which you felt was not properly conveyed over here, or maybe was left out, then please do drop a comment down here. If you found it interesting, also just drop a comment down there. Okay, I'll read through it all. And yes, until the next video, see you guys. Take care.